Hello guys, how are we all doing? Welcome back to yet another video, folks. Today I'm just watching Stephen Bunting against Niko Sprinter. But Stephen Bunting fires in the 180, of course. But before you get into the YouTube channel, please hit the subscribe button. But we got the last match before we know our last 16 lineup. So of course we saw winners tonight, of course, as is Rob Cross beats Wessel Nyman by 2-1. Christopher Tyski was solid against Martin Schindler by 2-0. Cameron Menzies caused an upset, knocking out Chris Dobie by 2-0. Dobie averaged just 74 and just didn't happen for Hollywood tonight. But Joe Cullum sent James, two-time champion in 2007-2010, James Wade, sent packing, and Danny Noppert came from a set down and took out a 158 to win the match against Jermaine Wattimena. But double five for Bunting, takes out a 130. And that's why he's the world number 4 in the world, and that's why he's the best player in the world. The winner will face Danny Noppert, as I mentioned. He took out 158 and beaten Jermaine Wattimena. And Luke Humphries was simply too strong for Nathan Aspinall, despite Aspinall taking out 170. And Gary Anderson came through an absolute corker, absolute scrap with Raymond van Barneveld. So all 7 winners goes through. So talking about tomorrow, right, Niko Sprinter making his debut, of course, from Germany. Just won the European Tour title. Before that, though, he was runner-up to the German Darts Championship, losing out to Johnny Clayton. Runner-up to Johnny Clayton, of course. And Niko Sprinter, he won the Hungarian Darts Trophy. He beat Jan van Veen, Rob Cross, Damon Heta, Luke Humphries, Josh Rock, and then Danny Noppert in the final. So beating the likes of big names along the way, that was some going if you are a good player, of course. Into the top 64 in the world for the first time. But he's really acquitting himself well. He hasn't played badly, Sprinter. But 25, of course. Now, Stephen Bunting is looking for 25 for the set. 9 for double eights, of course. Double eight for Bunting. And he takes the set, of course. And Stephen Bunting is running riot. And he means business. The winner of the Swiss Darts, fresh from winning the Swiss Darts Trophy, beating Luke Woodhouse in the final. But Bunting is off to a flyer. He leads the debutant German Niko Sprinter by 1-0. And that was top quality darts. So the matches coming up tomorrow, including Damon Hatter versus Luke Woodhouse, Ross Smith, Darryl Gurney, Johnny Clayton, Andrew Gilding, Gerwin Price, Ryan Searle, Luke Littler, Jan van Veen, Michael van Gerwen versus Dirk van Dijvenbode, and Peter Wright versus Mike De Decker, and Josh Rock will face Ryan Joyce. So your last 16 lineup. Of course, for Wednesday, Luke Humphries versus Christopher Tyski, Cameron Menzies award to face he will face Rob Cross, Joe Cullen will face Gary Anderson, and Danny Noppert will face the winner of that. This could get tasty here, but a lot of we saw different winners, of course. Down the years in the World Grand Prix, some double in, double out 9 darters, including Brendan Dolan hitting the first ever 9 dart double in, double out against James Wade in 2011. And then 3 years later, James Wade and Robert Thornton just both hit 9 darters in the same match, of course. Phil Taylor won it 11 times, of course, in the World Grand Prix. And then the players are not here. Dave Chisnall, Michael Smith. Dave Chisnall has missed out on qualification for the first time since he joined into the PDC in 2011. So players are not here. Dave Chisnall, Brendan Dolan, Richie Edhouse, Ricardo Pietrasco, Dimitri Vandenberg and Brendan Dolan. So these are the quality of death. So the 28th edition of the tournament to be staged by the professional darts. But the inaugural edition, way back in 1998, Phil Taylor beating Rod Harrington 13-8. That seems to be like, you know, years ago. But it seems to be like probably years ago, to be fair, but wow. So there's a lot of last 16 matches to look forward to. Luke Humphrey. Right, Luke Humphreys beats Nathan Aspel by 2-0. We're seeing what happens in the Premier League, of course. Premier League football. We saw a great weekend, of course. Bournemouth beat Fulham by 3-1. Brilliant from Antonio Semenyo. Stripes as well, but brilliant. He had a brace, and Tottenham beat Leeds by 2-1. Everton ended Crystal Palace's unbeaten run by 2-1. Brilliant from Jack Grealish on the 9th goal from Jack Grealish, 93rd minute. Going into the international break right now. Declan Rice. Right, let's join. Right, Dan Dawson and John Part are commentating on that one. Coming back to the break. So Stephen Bunting came out flying, of course, and that's why he's a Premier League player, a different player. He's playing the best darts of his life. I know he's a big Liverpool fan, but we lost to Chelsea, of course. But forget about it. But Bunting is starting like a train. But Niko Sprinter will go to tops, of course. But he's away, indeed. So this is a good game here. But Niko Sprinter didn't play that badly. But Stephen Bunting come out on the trap superbly. 75% on doubles. This is how you start a double from start to finish. But Stephen Bunting, he's had a brilliant year so far. Had a fantastic year. Winning World Series of Darts tours. Of course, in Bahrain and Copenhagen, and finished 8th in the Premier League, of course. Had a good run to the semi-finals, losing out to Luke Littler. But Niko Sprinter left himself on the 2-darter, but Bunting could pile some pressure on. But only 65, so Niko Sprinter, 96 he needs to get the first leg. Could go for a treble 20, but couldn't left top. But he will leave top, by the way. So Stephen Bunting, can he take out 4 consecutive legs on the spin? 116 he needs. 116 he needs. Treble 20. 16 for tops, for the bullets. Oh, he pulls it low here, but Sprinter will get... Is this his chance? Is this his moment to win his first ever leg in the Grand Prix? Double 10. Double 5. And he pins it. And a pure relief from Niko as well. And pure relief from the young German. He must be like, you know, relieving himself. But he took a leg. Now he gets a leg on the board. But and that will make him relax, of course. But Niko Sprinter is on the verge of breaking into the world's top 64. But for the first time in some achievement, as a new tour card holder, couple of development tours last year, but this is what he can do. Can Niko Sprinter cause a big upset? We saw plenty tonight. Wade gone, Menzies gone. Sorry, Wade gone, Dobie gone. It's been like, you know, some night, of course, to be fair. But only 96 for Niko Sprinter, of course. Leave himself 145. He's having a brilliant debut so far, but he's 1-0 down. But he's still there fighting. But Stephen Bunting has gone off the boil. 145 for Sprinter. Indeed. 99. Stephen Bunting's best performance so far came in 2014 and 2021, of course. But Bunting leaves himself on the 140. 46 he needs for Niko Sprinter. Double 16. Oh, switches for double 12. And again, it's just lack a bit of composure. Stephen Bunting only missed a 116 for in the first leg in this set, but double 18 pings for Stephen Bunting, and he's firing himself up here, and he means business, of course. But Stephen Bunting fires it in, and you can see how much it means to him. And Niko Sprinter can't believe his luck. But Stephen Bunting is 2 legs away from setting up the clash with Danny Nopper on Wednesday. But Bunting's got to get away, surely. But Bunting's away indeed. Some big tournaments coming up, including like, oh, any double will do, Niko Sprinter. Yeah, some big tournaments coming up before the World Championships, European Championships. Even though Richie Henhouse is not qualified, of course, but he will not defend his title since Paul Nicholson on the brilliant day. But back comes Sprinter. Where did that come from? Double 1 and a 180. Ridiculous stuff. But Stephen Bunting is making his move. But Sprinter played okay here. He played his part, but he's just like blown away by Stephen Bunting. No way, surely. Bunting left himself on the finish on a 147. Not gonna go. So no harm done, but Niko Sprinter could pile some pressure. Oh, another one of those. Yeah. Only leaves himself on top on the 160. So Stephen Bunting, 88 for 1 leg away. He'll get 2 darts of double 14. Crosses to double 7. Pins it. And Stephen Bunting is 1 leg away from a last 16 clash meeting with Danny Nopper. And he enjoyed that one. But he means business, and he's looking like a menace. I know a lot of players like, you know, chanting for, let's go Bunting mental, let's go Bunting mental. I like Stephen Bunting. I think he's a huge fan favourite. I think he's my tip to go all the way to the final. But Niko Sprinter here, this is a bright future for Niko. He could be the German number 2 behind Martin Schindler. I know Riccardo Pietrasco didn't qualify, of course, but he's having a really different year so far. But Sprinter just had a fantastic year on tour. Not just good, but superb. He will be in the European Championships, the Players' Championship Finals and the World Championships. He might be in the Grand Slam, of course, but that European Tour win puts himself like... We know Stephen Bunting is going to be in the Grand Slam, of course, but that's why he's the number 4 seed in the world. So a few seeds are tumbling out, the likes of Martin Schindler, Chris Dobie and James Wade. But Stephen Bunting fires in a 180. Would it matter? 136. Not going to go. So there's match darts incoming for Stephen Bunting. You expected match darts this to get the job done. Come on, Stephen, don't let me down. 25, tops, double 10. Oh, 2 match darts, Stephen. 2 match darts. You got away with one here. This opens the door for Sprinter, but tops, he's not done yet. It's not over yet, but Sprinter pins tops. So Stephen Bunting will have a go. He'll have another go. But he's got to get away, surely. He needs to get away. That will do. That will do. That will do. That will do. Oh, here he goes again. Here he goes again. Only 60. Right. What a night of darts. Back comes Stephen. It's getting really frustrating here. I saw it win, but only a 140 now. And plays Championship 30 when Niko Sprinter fires in a 180. But Stephen Bunting here. Back comes Stephen. Back comes Stephen. Come on. Get in. 180. Get in. Come on. Look at that, eh? Can he take out on style? Come on, Stephen. Come on. Take out 145. No. Come on. Get in. Only 87, of course. Only sell 58. Come on. Get the fucking... Oh, a 170. Oh, no one of those. Oh. Good effort, though. He is just fast, isn't he? He's a very fast thrower, Niko Sprinter, and Stephen Bunting's trying to slow him down. But 18 for tops. Stephen Bunting, one dart in hand, and Stephen Bunting, you can hear the roar from the bullet. He made hard work of Niko Sprinter. Niko Sprinter played well on his debut, of course, but Stephen Bunting was simply too strong at the end. And he wins by 2-0 and set up a clash with Danny Noppert. What a night. What a night of darts. Lucas Venitt, Tipa Chacol, Cam Crabtree. Oh, I'm talking about Players Championship 30, of course. Mickey Mansell, Robert Owen, Nathan Aspinall, Luke Littler, Michael Van Gerwen, of course. So that wraps up our evening game for the World Grand Prix 2025 for day one, of course. So that's wrapped it up, of course. Please leave your comments below, and we'll see you in the next one tomorrow morning for the World Grand Prix darts predictions day 2. Bye, good night.